Pacific time on Monday morning. It must be time to train. The title of this video is The Best Way to Lose the Last 10 Pounds. By the way, my middle name happens to be Best. It was my last name for many, many years. A little bit of a joke on me, but it is what I believe that this will be the best way to lose the last 10 pounds. I'm going to get right into the training, but I do want to mention I have a big project coming up in March. I get to go to New York City and sing with my college women's choir at Carnegie Hall. Oh boy. So that means that when I do go in March, I want to be at my absolute best. This is only the end of October. However, especially when you're over 50 and you have a history of obesity, like me, if you want to lose or release those last 10 pounds of fat, we have to do this carefully, methodically. We can't rush. We have to take it 1 pound at a time. So this is giving me plenty of time to hit that goal. So here we go. Let's get right into the training. And I'll talk a little bit more about some of the things that we can do to release those last 10 pounds when I'm done with the training session. All right, we're gonna start with our kettlebell swings. Going a little heavier. As we get to a normal weight and we want to get leaner, we need to increase our intensity, correct? So I'm going to go to the 15-pound kettlebell, and I'm going to be doing sets of 20 swings instead of sets of 10. You can drop the weight, and you can also lower to 10 swings. But here we go. It's a very efficient way to get some intense training in. Working my way down the body, warming up the shoulders. Round 3. Round 4, it's getting harder. Getting quite hard. Getting that intense, lungs are burning feeling, starting right here at the top of my chest. If you're not advanced, lighter weight, only 10 swings at a time. Got me? Last set. Okay, so that last set, the last 8 swings, significantly hard. This is what I call glowing and blowing. Gonna grab my water. Whew. So you want to reach a level of intensity where whatever level that you have in terms of your fitness right now, you want to push that level a little bit, right? The heart rate is going, the lungs are going, you're blowing. The work has been hard for a brief period of time. Love it, so much fun, especially the recovery part. So much fun to come back down from intense movement. All right, I'm gonna move this aside. Now, I'm going to grab my warm-up barbell because now I'm going to go into 2 barbell complexes, 8 reps each of 5 different exercises, continuing to build the intensity until I'm warm and ready to do my 5 lifts of 5 exercises at an intense weight. You'll see. So you can use a standard bar if you wish, which is only about 10 or 11 pounds. I'm going to use a 5-foot Olympic bar, and it weighs about 25 pounds. All right, so here is my empty 5-foot long Olympic bar, weighs about 25 pounds. Gonna start with a squat. So this is a barbell complex, 5 reps each of 5 different exercises: the squat, the overhead press, the bent over row, the Romanian deadlift, and the curl. Away we go. And ready for the squat. Really pulling in my abs, making sure my feet are even in the floor, not rolling out, not rolling in, even into the floor. Hinging the hips back like I'm gonna sit down. Ready? Here we go. 1. I'm gonna take a little bit more time, get a little lower. All right, up and over. Gonna go right into an overhead press for 8. So this is my warm-up set. And then I'm gonna go into my heavy set. All right, trying to pull in my abs and contract my glutes. And there was 8. Bent over rows. Working the back. Getting real low. A little more range of motion. Pull it back. Not letting the feet roll out. Whew. Of course, this is going to get pretty easy, Romanian deadlift. Using isometrics in good form. Pulling in the abs. Come up and squeeze the glutes. Shoulders down, lats engaged. And now this is going to be challenging. Let's see how many I get. As you can see, it's a little heavy for me on my curls. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So I'm going to go into some heavier lifts, so I want to be good and warm. I want you to be good and warm. So my first lift, as I go into my strength set, is going to be a barbell squat. Now, what I'm about to do is not really heavy for me today, but I want to give myself somewhere to go. So this is day one, training session one of my journey to release those last 10 pounds of fat without burning any muscle, correct? So the way I ensure that I'm not burning any muscle as I naturally go into a deficit because I'm not eating sugar or grains or consuming vegetable oils, correct? So I am naturally going to go into a deficit because the food I'm going to be eating is so satisfying. I'm simply not hungry. I do moderate intermittent fasting. So sometimes I'll eat breakfast and lunch and then take that 16-hour window before I eat again. At any rate, I am recovered and I'm ready to go into my heavier sweat sets. I'm gonna start with a barbell squat, not real heavy today. So first things first, I'm gonna get my second bar out of the way for safety. So I'll be pulling this back and moving it over. Hinging back, down it goes. You can train in a small space, but you have to stay very aware of your surroundings. There's bars on the floor, need to be aware of where they are. Go slow, be careful, stay safe. Okay, into 8 squats. I'm gonna back it away and turn a bit so you can see my angle. Really trying to get that belly in. My belly has a natural curve. Pulling it in and sitting back. 1. Not letting my feet roll out or in. 2. Just 5. 3. And 4. And 5. And re-racking. Just 5, not real hard today. Going to increase as we go through the next 10 weeks. All right, next exercise is going to be an overhead press. I am going to use that same weight for the overhead press. So the bar is 25, 35, 45. Let's see how many I get. I'm going for 5, but if I can't get 5 with excellent form, I'll settle for 2, 3, or 4. Here we go. All right, so coming into the front racked position, watching my feet, watching my step, and pressing it overhead. I am going to need to do a push press, so a little bit of a bend in the knee. Ready? And 1. And 2. Here's 3. 4. I've got it. 5. And onto the rack. Woo! So yeah, that one was challenging. Shake it out, rest, resting my hands, resting my forearms. Going right into a Romanian deadlift. My current personal best for 3 reps on the Romanian deadlift is 115 pounds. So where I'm headed, hopefully fairly soon, but I'm not gonna rush, is, and actually 115 is my goal weight, 10 pounds from now, correct? So sitting at 125 now, wanting to lift more than my body weight. So I want to bring my body weight down, bring my deadlift weight up, and hopefully, certainly I feel confident that in the next 10 weeks, taking my time, staying safe, that I will be able to, within that time, deadlift more than my body weight for reps. But for now, This bar is loaded with 80 pounds, so that's where we're gonna start. All right. So I'm gonna get this clear. Nice and easy. Lift it. And come into this area. And down we go. Taking a little bit of a rest, and then going for 5. Drink some water. Even with breaks for recovery, it is likely that this entire training session, from the warm-up to the cool-down, is only going to take about 30 minutes. We want the minimum effective dose, right? We want our training to be effective, but we want to live our lives. So I'm looking for the minimum effective dose because it also tends to be a little bit gentler on the body, a little bit safer. All right, here we go. So the arches of my feet are under the bar. I'm going to hinge back, neutral spine, 5 reps, 5 reps. Here we go. So, the hardest part of that for me was keeping my abs pulled in and up and engaged. Getting that lift, the first thing that I want to do is go ahead and let my belly release, correct? But that's not what I want. I'm literally training my body into shape. Shaping the body by keeping it in the position that I want it to retain. So lifting the glutes, pulling the abs, shoulders are down, and then training in that position, not allowing my belly to release as I train because, you know, as Mom said, it might stick that way. At least that's what I believe. So I'm gonna get this barbell out of the way. Gonna go into a bent over row. Feels so good. And push through the floor. Rack that bar. All right. So that's about as much weight as I would store on that on the safety bar. This is the let's see. This is the Valor BD8. I got it on Amazon. Obviously, we want to store our weights safely, so I wouldn't leave that much weight stored on the safety bar, the catch bar. Got me? All right, let's go into that bent over row. I am going to be pulling out the bar that's got 45 pounds on it again. Here we go. Getting up to it and coming up and lowering it down. All right, let's see how this goes. Just have to do it 5 times. Rowing it back. Row it back. 2, 3, working that back. 4 and 5 and woo! All right, here we go. Let's clean it so I can rack it. There. It's a funny thing being a woman who trains. I've been training for a long time. I've been a certified personal trainer since 2012. And it is interesting. At 54, I'm pretty strong for my age group. But you always want more, don't you? Stronger, leaner, faster, in order to represent fitness. But the truth is that there's a level where all of us can help. Because I know that a lot of my clients, actually the majority of my clients, are not quite at the level of strength and leanness where I am. I've got a handful. You know who you are. I do have a handful of clients who are leaner and stronger and faster than I, and it's a great honor to train them. So what we do is we add weight, add intensity, and it's a lot of fun to work with those clients. But the truth is, I specialize with women and men who are just getting into weightlifting, and especially if you've been cutting calories and doing cardio for a long time. like I did, and you didn't get the results that you wanted, it may be that you have the type of physique and the type of attitude that you will respond well to weightlifting. And if that's you, I can design a program for you. Catherine@cardiofreedom.com. Send me an email and I can put together a training session for you that's going to incorporate weights and some interval training and of course flexibility and awareness of proper form. All right, so we've done the rows and the deadlifts, and so now it's time for the curls, and I'm actually going to go ahead and finish with the empty 5-foot Olympic barbell, 25 pounds. If you were here a few minutes ago, you saw that it was pretty intense getting those 8 reps. So I'm just gonna go with this bar, and then we'll be done with our weightlifting for this session. Here we go. And hinging back, watching my head. There we go. So this one should feel pretty good. So when you're using a lighter weight, or a weight that you can really handle and control, squeeze the bar, use isometrics. So glutes are engaged, abs are tight, and dominate the bar, use isometrics. Really squeeze that bicep at the top. Take a look at it. 3, squeeze it. 4, take that little pause for me. 5, oh, feels good, and that is done. So all that's left for us today in the training session is going to be a standing stretch. And I'm going to come back. Once again, getting the body into position, pulling up the abs, squeezing the glutes, lifting the arms, and stretch. 2, 3, 4, and rolling the wrists down. And taking the other side. Step back a little bit. There we go. Lunging forward, watch that bar. I'm stretching the calf. And left, right, and rolling down. Let me get this out of the way, a little bit more. All right. And now let's go ahead and stretch the hamstring. And nice and easy. My weight's on my back foot. All on my back foot, see? Hinge back and stretch. So now a little bit of weight is on my heel. The belly wants to mind us. The belly wants to come out, lift it back up, stretch, neutral spine. And come up. So all the weight is on my left foot, sticking out my right heel, neutral spine. Belly tight. Coming out of this stretch, I didn't do it on the other side, but do it on this side. Coming out with the feet together and roll up. Total body stretch. Opening the feet in a second position, reach up, hinge, flat back down, roll up, take it again, come up, hinge, flat back down, roll up, lace the fingers, turn them over, reach up, don't roll out, abs tight, and stretch to one side. My feet immediately want to roll out. Yours might want to as well. Don't let them. Keep your feet pressed evenly into the floor. Spread your toes. Inhale, exhale, other side. Oh, good stretch on the top of the hip and side of the body. Very nice. And then nice and easy, grab the fingertips or lace the fingers. Gently stretch the arms out. Don't force it. If you're here, that's fine. Don't force it. Stretch. Once again, doing your best to lift those abs up, squeeze the glutes. So, stick around with me and I'm going to talk a little bit about losing the last 10 pounds. Thank you so much for staying with me for this part. The training session is over. Now it's the coaching session. You may know that I have permanently released 60 pounds. So my top non-pregnancy weight, I was like, probably got up to about 209 during my pregnancy. But my top non-pregnancy weight, 185 pounds. Quickly lost, well, not quickly. Over the course of a year, I lost 20 of that doing cardio, going to Weight Watchers, eating a low-fat diet. Unfortunately, at that point, a lot of my skin started to loosen up, and I also stalled. So I stalled at like 165, and at 5'1", still obese, correct? And it took me the next several years, so this would have been 2002. So between 2002 and 2007, I yo-yoed up and down. I go down 10, 15 pounds and I'd go back up, and then I go down 10 pounds and then back up. Still trying to find the combination of eating and training that was gonna allow me to lose that weight and stop just gaining it back. In 2007, I started weightlifting, and then in 2008, I entered a transformation contest, Turbulence Training Transformation Contest, and really committed to total elimination of traditional cardio. I mean, I cut it out. Cardio freedom and sugar freedom. So no sugar, no grains, no vegetable oils, and no traditional cardio. Now what I mean by traditional cardio is that kind of 70% cardio where you go for about an hour, you're uncomfortable, you wish you could stop, but you force yourself to keep going. So the problem with that kind of cardio is it made me hungry. Burned my muscle, made me hungry, contributed to my overeating and to some binge eating. Pretty scary stuff going on there. But when I started lifting weight and I eliminated sugar and grains, the binging stopped, I started to get strong, and the weight started to come off. So as I got to a normal weight, and within 12 weeks, I was at a normal healthy weight for my height. But then to get some more weight off, because here I was right around a little bit over 130, but then to really lean out, this is when I added the ketogenic strategy and some intermittent fasting. And at that point, it really did all come together. So got super lean, did all the photo shoots, got certified, fantastic. But then I started to train other people. And if any of you out there happen to be personal trainers or you happen to be group fitness instructors, you may discover that as you start teaching other people, your fat stores start to creep up again. A number of things are going on. When you're teaching, you're not peaking, correct? You've got to be focused on your clients. And also it tends to add some stress, and if you're teaching a lot of classes, as I was at that time, a lot of times you're not doing your own training. So at this particular moment in time, I'm incredibly lucky enough that I'm teaching just 3 classes a week and teaching other people to lift weights and then get their flexibility and reduce their stress and cortisol with yoga. So I'm not doing any steady state, moderate intensity cardio. And I also have time to train, get back in the gym and lift heavier myself. So that is what I'm lifting with you. So bottom line, we're going to eliminate sugar, grains, and vegetable oils. So we're replacing the sugar and the grains, correct? And then we're also going to replace traditional cardio classes or traditional treadmill, traditional elliptical, bikes, all of that, with some high intensity interval training, and then also flexibility and yoga or restorative practice in order to bring the cortisol down. So this is the combination that we're going to use, that I'm going to use and share with you. And then to finish the video, I just want to say I am so thankful, so grateful for everybody who has subscribed to this channel. At this point, it is a small channel. We're right at around, 475 subscribers and just shy of 89,000 views. So I'm so grateful for every subscriber. I'm grateful for every like, every share. But one of the great things about the fact that this is a smaller channel is I've got some time to continue to develop my techniques, to continue to develop a physique that I'm proud of and that I'm confident in. And as the channel grows, I hope that our fitness grows. So let's get stronger and leaner and happier and healthier together. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And I will see you again, because we will be training together every Monday between 6 and 6:30 Pacific time is when we'll start. I love my husband. I so adore him. He's actually unloading the dishwasher, so that's the clanking that you've heard. We're a great team. Anyway, thanks everybody. Bye-bye, and see you next Monday right here on the Sugar Freedom Channel.